And now it is my great pleasure to introduce to you our next speaker. He can best be described as a friend of Lebanon. In his relatively short stay in the country, he has managed to nurture friendships across all boards: political, social, young, old, private, public, you name it. His innovative approach to shed the light on domestic workers' rights by switching jobs did not pass unnoticed and created quite a media stir. His love for Lebanon and the Lebanese can be summarized in a letter he wrote recently commemorating Lebanon's 70th independence anniversary. It is entitled, "Dear Lebanon, an Open Letter." On January 2012, he launched an initiative which he called Lebanon 2020. It is a forward-thinking concept, an attempt to create a space for dialogue, mainly through social media tools, for thousands of Lebanese, in particular the youth. The objective is to help them interact and share their vision for the future of Lebanon. He keeps on saying, "Lebanon 2020, I'm buying shares in it." In brief, his vision for the future of Lebanon is truly inspiring. Please join me in welcoming His Excellency Mr. Tom Fletcher, the British Ambassador to Lebanon. Your Excellency, the floor is yours.
Well, good morning, Sabah Khair. I'd like to thank the Governor for bringing us here today. Normally, when I come to this room, it's to watch pop stars and rock stars. But today we have the rock star of international banking. And we also have the rock stars, the digital rock stars of the future. Because, you know, in other rooms around the country, there are people plotting new ways to steal your money. There are people plotting new ways to divide you. There are people working on new ways to terrorize you. But in this room is the real Lebanon. When we talk, as Marianne did, about Lebanon 2020, look around you now. This is Lebanon 2020. It's a place of hope. It's a place of resilience. It's a place of great talent, a place of great ingenuity, and it's a place that I believe in. I want to say a word about power, because one thing that we know here on the stage, one thing that the powerful people in the front rows know, one thing that you all know, is that power is changing incredibly fast. Technological disruption is going to put ideas, businesses, states out of business in our lifetimes. Power used to be like a British banquet. Everyone knew what they would be served. There was a hierarchy. There was a sense of order. There was a menu. Power is now like a Lebanese banquet. It's more chaotic. It's more wild. It's more tasty. It's more exciting. So I say to you, when you look at power in the 21st century, sahten. I'm pleased today to announce that we will be launching shortly in January 2015 between the Bank of Lebanon and the British government, a UK-Lebanon tech hub. The idea behind this tech hub is that we will grow global Lebanese companies for the future. We will build Lebanese tech capacity. We will take to the world the Governor's Circular 331, and we will put Lebanon and its tech entrepreneurs on the map. And this is exciting. It's exciting because we're creating a new, fresh network in a century that will be run by networks. It's exciting because we are matchmaking innovators. We are speed dating ideas. It's exciting because we're bringing together history's greatest traders. We Brits, we reckon we're the great creators, but the Lebanese are the great networkers. And we're putting together those networks, the creators and the networkers. We are smashing the barriers to Lebanese talent. Maybe one of your startups in this room will be the startup that works on a cure for cancer. Maybe in this room is the next Bill Gates. You know, Michelangelo said, it's better to aim too high and miss it than to aim too low and achieve it. But we're also, through this project, I think unleashing something which is even more exciting and even more revolutionary than either business or innovation or startups. What we're doing is challenging the very structures which are holding back Lebanon's development. We are holding back the obstacles to the liberty of the Lebanese spirit. Now, those obstacles will fight back. We know they will. There will be lots of people who do not want these projects to succeed. But you know, I was in Tripoli recently, and I met the Tripoli Entrepreneurs Club. There they are. And they told me people were coming down to their Entrepreneurs Club and smashing up the Wi-Fi providers. And why were they doing that? Because they wanted to stifle that creativity. They wanted to stifle that ability to work together. So the forces of reaction will fight back against this work. But let me tell you something else. You will win in the end. People often ask me in Britain, so why is it that the Lebanese entrepreneurs are so effective? Why is it that, as Marianne said, everywhere you go in the world, there are Lebanese business people running the economy and running the government? And I always say it's because in Lebanon, you train at altitude. You have to work around so many obstacles to get things done that then when you go and work elsewhere, it seems like a walk in the park. Well, I hope that this project, this new initiative, will help to reduce those obstacles to your own talent. People in Lebanon want security, and so we will be with you on the checkpoints and on the borders, working with the army. People in Lebanon want hope, and so we will be with you in the schools, bringing education to the next generation of Lebanese students. But most of all, people in Lebanon want opportunity, and that's why we're here in this room with you today. I hope that through the Lebanon UK Tech Hub, we will form an extraordinary 21st century alliance. I hope that we will tear down the barriers between two 21st century digital superpowers. I hope that London will be the launchpad for many of your startups. So I want to thank you for the work that you will do. I want to thank you for the lives that you will change here and across the world. The smartphone that we all have in our pockets is a true superpower. But the real superpower in this room is the power of the Lebanese spirit. That is the killer app that will change Lebanon. There will be people in this room that will create the next ingenious idea that we don't yet understand, and yet in years to come, we will find we cannot live without. So thank you for giving me continued hope in Lebanon 2020. It is great, it is extraordinary, it's exciting and energizing to be in the same room as you. It's extraordinary to be in the same century as you, and it's great to be on the same side. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fletcher, for your inspiring talk. We are looking forward to your initiative and to the UK-Lebanon Tech Hub. At the end of this opening ceremony, I would like to thank His Excellency the Governor and all of our honorable guest speakers for their presence and for their enlightening words. And now I kindly request from all of you in this hall to remain seated because we are about to commence with the conference program. Your MC will be Ms. Marcel Mundala. Have a nice and interesting day. Thank you.